Okay, welcome back. So, in between episodes, I had noticed that our tin production was having some issues. It seems like things are stable again. I went ahead and ran a couple lines up from this Bobonium patch up to our tin production, and that seemed to help things out. It does seem like yeah, it looks like our crushed stone is getting bottlenecked up there. That seems like an issue that we're going to need to solve quickly. So I'm kind of thinking we just run a line and have something up here as well. It's more crushed stone related stuff up here. Do we actually have any liquefiers on hand? We must not, otherwise I would think some of our bots would do a few things. It is in logistics and construction range, so they should hopefully do it themselves. Yeah, we're kind of tight on inventory right now. Even with the upgrades, we still have way too much stuff in our inventory. All right. We have a few more things. So I know, I think I said that I wanted to try and get to some uranium related stuff today. We'll see. It's going to be mostly based off of, can I figure out how to do it? Because uranium, even in the base game, is quite a process to do. It's just going to take a little while. Going to take multiple episodes. Let's just get that out of the way now. Go through, make sure I can get rid of a few things. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like we actually have a way to input these old crushers and ore sorting facilities. Not sure where they're taking them. Oh, maybe these things. So here's the reason why I noticed our tin. It's because of the green circuit boards, which I noticed was because we were lacking solder, which uses tin. So that is the reason why. We may want to expand this. Unfortunately, this is kind of a limiting area. Okay, sweet. Looks like things are happening. That's good to see. Do have a bunch of turbo undergrounds. Do we actually have like more turbo belts? Oh yes. Now, because we're kind of there isn't a whole lot of turbo belts on hand. I'm not sure what we're going to do first. Start like upgrading first. All right. So this stuff, I'm going to go ahead. Do something kind of like that. And then have, so we can go ahead and remove that. Now, do these have... These look like they have about the same length as the blues. So 1, 2... Well, it looks like they're a little farther. Not quite like double length, but... kind of a little closer than, say, like the blues compared to the reds. Got a few splitters as well, although it doesn't appear as if we have a way to place splitters. All right. I'm fine with using blues for belts at the moment, since you tend to use a lot more belts than you do undergrounds. Plus, it keeps it consistent with the stuff up here. Okay, looks like they're sort of doing their jobs. Go ahead and finish up that connection. Unfortunately, we do need some water, so that means we need to pump something out over here. Let's grab a offshore water pump. Am I making sure that I'm not putting setting it up wrong to the point that we would contaminate the water with the mineralized water? That would be bad. Although, I think the game stops you from doing that. Alright. Looks like we have to do this side as well. Okay. So we'll need to find something to use this mineralized water. Not really sure where the closest sort of entry point to the rest of our grid is from here. Okay, that seemed to help. There we go. That's nice to see. Yeah, it seems like since this stuff is starting to back up again, it's not producing nearly as much mineralized water. Or crushed stone. That's nice to see. Okay. So, now that that part is done, one, I'd like to know why our science isn't doing anything. What are we running out of? Looks like the science that's up here. Why is that running out? It's probably titanium related. Where are you out of? Low density structure, which I believe is steel. steel, aluminum, and titanium. I want to say that's. Am I right on that? Yes, I am. Ironically, it's not the titanium that we're out of. So, looks like our aluminum production is behind. Why is that the case? See a very low amount of aluminum ingots. Okay. So it's not a lack of aluminum itself, it's a lack of the sodium hydroxide. Huh. Which I realize that we do need quite a bit of it. Okay, so it looks like we're kind of full up on chlorine. Yeah, that's the main problem. We need it for so many things. Yeah, really the best way is to figure out how to get the logic stuff working so that this will do what it's supposed to. Only when it's like near the cap. But I haven't quite figured out the logic system, and the online help that I've looked for hasn't been very helpful. So that should hopefully fix itself soon enough, hopefully. I mean, it seems like we have a lot of aluminum on hand. So we may just go ahead and circle back around. Alright, that should help a little bit. So yeah, it's going to do sort of a weird loop back type thing, and it might seem a little redundant to do that. But until this stuff kind of fixes itself, which it seems like it is getting better. I see a lot more of the alumina on this line than what we were seeing. Okay. So let's see here. What do we need or want to do next? So obviously we were talking about the uranium production. Now, if we want to start doing uranium production, which I think we will, I think that's sort of the next logical progression. We're gonna need to figure out how to actually, produce uranium. Now, uranium itself, let's see here. Gold uranium takes hybrid catalysts, sapphirite crystals, stearite crystals, and rubite crystals. Now, I'm pretty sure we're producing all of those, or at least the rubite and the sapphirite. I don't remember if we are producing the stearite at the moment. I think we might have it like set up so that we could start it. Yeah, it looks like we have it set up, but it doesn't appear as if we are actually inputting anything. And yeah, that does seem to be the case. Okay. So the question is, where's the nearest stereotype that we're not currently blocking? Because obviously we do have stereotype, like over here, we have stereotype, but we're kind of blocking that one. Plus, there's just so much stuff in the way. Obviously, we have our old patch here, which we could siphon off. Like, we could just siphon some of this off. We're not... I feel so bad, like, not doing anything with this stereotype. But we're still, like, we're still actually using these. I did set this one line up, and it's just a couple of old school ore sorting facilities for the iron, just so if we run out of something down here, we still have some kind of iron production going and keeping things moving. As we can tell, we are having a few issues over there, which I need to figure out. That really is the thing with this all these mods is it's mostly just a balancing act. Can you keep things balanced long enough to get through the game? Go ahead and pick up a few things. So, because I kept noticing it, but I didn't really have the time or wasn't really in the area to pick that stuff up. Alright, so what seems to be the problem now? Seems like crystal slurry, which seems more like we are backed up on a certain type of crystal, and that's causing the problems. I know this this episode probably isn't the most interesting because it's a lot of just trying to keep things running smoothly. Not really a whole lot of new stuff going on yet. But yeah, I mean, it is important in order to keep things moving. Alright. I think what I am going to do, though, I'm going to go ahead and do that. It is kind of unfortunate that you can't just say, hey, just do all of them. I don't really know why you can't just say do any of these that you can. This is yellow, this is red, so this is probably green. Yeah. Yeah, okay. It's currently the issue at the moment, or right here at least. Is the fact that something is getting backed up. And I probably could be doing something kind of like this. We could also try and upgrade our liquefiers, and that might not be a bad idea, just in general. Here are liquefiers. Do we even have... Saw them. Oh, okay. Looks like we could actually go ahead and upgrade to, honestly, liquefier 4s. That might not be a bad idea, but let me temporarily try and get another one of these liquefiers set up. Just so we... do I even have any liquefiers? I thought I would have. I guess I must have used them all. Oh, no, here. Okay. Yeah, I think that might be the next thing we do. I know I know I'm putting it off, but I think it's reasonable to try and get these things working. Oh, maybe it's more of the sulfuric acid. Is we just don't have enough of that either. Which is in turn a result of not having enough sulfur dioxide. Oxygen is good. It looks like we don't have any lead, which unfortunately is a result of the type of production that we're doing at the moment. This nickel ore, unfortunately, is unfortunately our holdup here. All right, let's go ahead. Okay, that will be fine. That'll keep things moving, at least for right now. We may want to change the way this is working later. I don't know. I'm not sure how long the series will go. It's definitely going to be the longest series for the channel. Like at the time of by the time this video uploads, it will probably have surpassed the original Factorio playthrough that I did a few years, like a year or two ago. And that was like 80 episodes, which wasn't actually the longest. My Stardew Valley run was actually the longest. Unfortunately, I kind of had to soft end that series. Unfortunately, with the way the game saves, if you go past a day, you're kind of screwed if you have any recording issues, which is what happened to me. Okay, so is there something else that's producing sulfuric acid? Not really. Hey, nice. Our teleportation related stuff is done. So unfortunately, we can't really do anything about this until we get portable fusion reactors, which is going to be a whole process in of itself. Orange alien artifact research. Oh, looks like we have to actually have the the tech for that. Um, yeah, let's go for this. That seems like a good idea. So, I am curious. Sulfuric acid. Sulfur. Sulfuric acid. Sulfur dioxide gas. Is there anything specifically? Calcium sulfate. Doesn't seem likely. We could potentially make sulfur and oxygen. That might be a winning strat here. If we, actually have some sulfur somewhere. Oh, okay. Yeah, I see part of the problem. We have any... Are we actually producing any more sulfur over here? Or is it just so backed up? Yeah, it seems pretty backed up. Or not backed up, but non-existent right now. So it looks like it's the fact that we're so full up on everything else is the reason. This, I think this is coke. I want to say that's what this is producing. Since that's backed up. That's blocking. Blocking us from getting any farther here. Okay, so that'll keep things moving for a little bit. Unfortunately, buffer chests aren't really the ideal way of doing that. Okay, well, again, sorry it wasn't the most interesting video, but we fixed a couple issues, and hopefully that will make things run a little more smoothly. So, all right, thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next time.